Okay, so if everybody else has joined, let me just continue. Another 10 minutes only. I don't want to continue for the entire hour, only 10 minutes. I just want to teach you what is the meaning of return type. Now, I told you people that a function can process some data and it can also return something back to the main program. Okay, you already know what does this return function does. This return statement in any programming language will return the value back to the main program. Okay, so let us say I have okay, now there's one more question. Rupa is asking question, sir, if I want square of a number more than one at a time, more than one at a time, then what to do? Okay, now Rupa is asking a question as to what if I want the square of a number more than one at a time, then what to do? I will come back to this question, Rupa. I will come back to this question. Okay. Let us first understand the return type. So let us say that I have a sum up. Let us say I have a function called a sum up. It is accepting three parameters a, b, and c. Okay, a, b, and c. And then what is this doing is it is adding up the three numbers a plus b plus c. Okay, it is adding a plus b plus c, and then I have the sum of the three numbers where in which variable I have the sum of all three into a variable called as s, and then I can simply say return s. I can simply say return s. Now look at this example. In the previous example, I was displaying the value of s here only. I said print s. I was displaying it here in the function only. But right now, I am not displaying the value of s in the function. I am not displaying the value of s in the function. I am not displaying the value of x. I am returning the value of s. So whatever is the sum of the three numbers gets written into s, and I'm returning s. And then here, I declare three variables. I say x is equals to 100, y is equals to 200, and z is equals to 300. And then I write sum up x comma y comma z. I write sum up x comma y comma z. Okay, look at this. In the previous example, I simply called the function by passing the three parameters. It displayed me. Now let us see what will happen to this function example. File, save. I clear the screen. So when I executed the program, nothing. When I executed the program, nothing is happening. It is not displaying anything. Nothing is happening. Simply it is stopping the program. Stopping the program in the sense what? It executes all the statements of the program and then it stops. There is no output. Why there is no output is because the function sum up, which I'm calling here, is not displaying the value of s. In the previous example, I said print s. I did no print s, so that's why it is displaying the value of s. You were able to see it on the screen because I used print statement here in the function. But now the function sum up is not printing the value of the sum anymore. It is returning it. What is the meaning of returning? Whenever the function sum up is called, the function will give you back some value because the function is returning something, which you have to take it in a variable, which you have to take it in a variable. Now remember this function sum up x comma y comma z is returning you back something. If any function returns you any back something, you have to capture it, take it into a variable. How you take it? You write the name of the variable, whichever variable you want, f, g, any variable name is equals to, you write the name of the function and pass the parameters. So now whatever the function returns back will come and get saved into f. Whatever the function returns back will come and get saved into f. Now you can say print f. Now you can say print f. Now look at this example. What is happening? I'm declaring three variables here, x, y, z, 100, 200, 330, or 300. Let us keep it simple. And then I'm calling the function sum up x comma y comma z. Why have I written it? Why am I calling the function like this now? Previously, I called it simply this like this. I simply called it like this without having an equals to sign, without any variable. I called it. Why? Because the function was not returning anything. Now the function is going to return me back something. So that's why I write f is equals to. You can write any variable here, name here. You can write even Navid is equals to sum up, and then here you have to display whatever the value the function returns back will get copied into this variable Navid, and then the variable Navid can be displayed. So whatever the function is returning, it is returning the sum of the three values. So that will come and get saved into, it will come and get stored into Navid variable, and then that I'm displaying it here. Let us see what will happen now. File, save. Now you can see that it displays me 600. Why? Because x, y, z is 100, 200, 300. I pass that as parameters to the function sum up. It goes there. X gets copied into A, y gets copied into B, z gets copied into C. So A plus B plus C gets summed up. It will get into S, and then I return S. Return. What does this return statement does? It returns the value to the main program. So when you call the function, and if the function is returning something, always call it like this. Some variable is equals to call the function by passing the parameters. So whatever the function returns back comes into this variable, and then you can display it. So the sum of the three numbers is getting copied into Navid, and then I'm displaying that variable Navid. So this Navid is a variable name now. Remember, if I write yan here, then it should be yan here. Any variable, please remember. Variable declaration, you can give any name to the variable, provided it should always start with an alphabet. It can contain digits, it can contain underscore, but the name of the variable should always start with an alphabet. So here the name of the variable is n. I'm displaying n. So file, save. So when I execute this program, you can see it displays me 600 here. I hope this is clear. You understood the value of what is the meaning of return. You understood what is the meaning of return. Return means it will return the value back to the main program. So whenever there is a function which returns something, remember that you have to write a variable is equals to then this function and x comma y comma z. Pass the arguments, it will do the calculation and then return you the value back. It will come into n, and then you can print the value of n. Okay. Now this is what happens. Now I'll just come back to the question that Rupa had asked me. She had asked like, what if I want to, what if I want the square of number more than one at a time? Then what to do? I actually did not understand this question much, but what I hope is you're trying to ask this. SQ, you're passing a parameter here like this, and then what will the square function does is it will do a star a, the parameter that you're passing, and then here you can simply say print s. Okay, so I'm printing it there only. So now let us say I have 100 and 200. I have 100 and 200. Now remember, this function SQ is not returning anything. It is printing the value there only. So you can directly call the function. The function SQ is printing the value in the function only. So you don't have to write a variable is equals to SQ. You don't have to do this because the function SQ is not returning anything. Only if the function returns something, you have to write it like this. Otherwise, you can simply call it like this, no problem. So you can see here, what Rupa is trying to ask is, what if I want to find the square of a number more than one? So I can write SQ. So by using functions, I can pass first S. So the function will be called by passing the parameter 100, that is X, 100 into 100. So that will be printed. Then again, simply I call the function once again by passing the second parameter. For the second parameter, then it will display how much it is. Second parameter is 200. So 200 square will be displayed. Okay, so let us see, file, save this. So when I execute this program, so you can see that it displays me first 10,000, which is a square of 100, and then it will display me 40,000, which is a square of 200. So I am finding the square of multiple numbers, many numbers, by using the function, calling it 2 times. I hope, Rupa, this is what you're trying to ask. I found the square of two numbers by calling the function two times. Okay, so I hope this answers the question. So, I can declare any number of variables here. I can write z is equals to, let us say, 101, and then I can call the function sqz. Okay, so I can call this function any number of times by passing any value to it. File, save, and then I execute this program. You can see now, 10,000 for 100, 40,000 for 200, and 10,201 for 101. So you can pass any number of times the parameters and fine. Only once you have to write the function, you can call the function any times, no problem. Okay, that is one question. And I hope I have answered Omkar's question. Omkar was asking that question, no? What will happen if I use a in place of n? Okay, you understood that that was a local variable. I cannot use it in the main program. I have to pass the global variable n only to the function. Okay, so we will understand the concept of local variables and global variables in the next class. I hope you understood what is the return type, what is the return value which comes back from the function. I will write one last example and we will stop for today. I'm going to write a program for wish, right, w, and then I say return w. Okay, and what will be w? W I want hello a. Same, and this time the function is not displaying, it's not using the print function, it is returning it. So here I write print, please enter your name, and then I say n is equals to input. So I read the name into a variable called as n, and then I simply call the function by passing n. I call the function wish by passing n. Is this sufficient? This is not sufficient. Why this is not sufficient? Because remember, the function wish is returning something, so you cannot directly call it. If you directly call it, nothing will happen. It will return the value, but you are not accepting it into anything. So ws. So I declare a variable called as ws. So the concatenation of the two comes into ws, and now here in the main program you have to print ws. I hope this is clear. So I save the program, file, save. So I go back here, clear the screen. So you can say, please enter the name. I say Naveed, and then it says hello Naveed. Same program I had written before, but in that case, the wish function was itself displaying print w I was doing, but now it is returning back something. It is returning it back into a variable called as ws, and I'm printing ws. So this is an example where the function is returning a string. The function is returning back what? A string. In the previous example, it was returning back an integer, the square of the numbers, the sum of the numbers, which means that functions can return back any type of a value, integers, strings, floating point numbers, anything. Whatever you return comes back here, remember. Now, what is this w? The w is a string. You can see I'm concatenated two strings, so w has to be a string only. Okay, so that returns back and then it comes here. Okay, I have a chat here. Rupa has asked a question. I don't understand what is that. Okay. In the examination, remember, I was just going through the syllabus. In the syllabus here, this entire thing is there. So we have studied till here now: functions, defining statements, parameters, return values, return statements. Then tomorrow we will be learning, and then we will be finishing the module number 1 tomorrow, in the day after tomorrow's class. On Monday, I think I have a class. On Monday, I will be finishing module number 1. And in this module here, you have only one program. Yesterday, I told you that you have a short program, guess the number. This is the only program that you have for this module, guess the number. You remember yesterday I told you that there is some programs there. here in flow control, there is one program. We studied all this, no, in the last class we finished this, and I told you that there are some programs, rock paper scissor and all that program is there. One more program is there to guess the number, and I also told you that how that program works. The computer will guess a number, and then you have to guess whether that which number it is between 1 to 10. If you enter a number, the computer says if it is too less, then you have to enter that. So the program is here, and that program is there only for this particular module. We don't have many programs, so I think it is this only. No, yeah, a short program, guess the number. Yeah, this is there for the syllabus. So you can see here a short program, guess the number, that is there for the syllabus. So this program is there for the syllabus. This is how the output should be, and this is the program. This is the program from, yeah, from here to here, this much. Okay, this much is the program that you have to study. Please remember, this will come for the examination. They can ask you this program. Write the program in Python to guess the number like that. So this is the program which is there for the syllabus. Okay, fine then. I think we will stop here today. I will continue again on Monday. I will be trying to finish. I will try to finish the first module on Monday. Okay, so be present. So I will stop here today.